Welcome everyone, we are live.
Welcome to the Mechanics Institute on this fine Saturday afternoon here in California, the Bay Area. I'm Abel Talamantes, chess director of the Mechanics Institute, and with me is Dr. Judith Stare, the general manager. And we're here for a very special event. It's the equivalent in the soccer world of an international friendly.
That is correct.
We're playing our first international club match with Club 64 out of Modena, Italy. They're a very organized club. They meet regularly. And hi, Olgita. She's one of the players. She's in the chat, and she's a woman grandmaster. And she's currently paired against our grandmaster, James Tarjan. So that should be a good match. And she's going to be streaming herself. So very cool. And feel free to pop in that link in here. And Juan is trying to join. If there's a way we can get him the link, although we should be able to find it. So this is kind of a fun match. We didn't pick players for this match. We just told our communities the match is happening on Saturday at noon. Be there, and this is where we're at. And we currently have, I think, over 40 players. And because people are joining the match, if one side has more players than the other, then they just get bumped, unfortunately. So there'll be a handful of players that won't get a match, and that's just kind of the way it is, unfortunately, with this. But I'm actually really happy that we have as many players as we do. They had expected to have about 40. Looks like they got a little more than that, so that's great. And it's just kind of exciting for our players too, to be able to not only be able to play chess, in these times, but also to be able to play players that they for sure probably never played before. So that'll be exciting, and hopefully this is the first of many. We would love to do matches like this with other clubs around the world. We've been pretty busy over the last week with our own club matches here, so we'll probably take a few days to relax and wind down a little bit. Just a couple days ago, we just finished a round robin with St. Louis Chess Club, Marshall Chess Club, and Charlotte Chess Center. So that was exciting. And then on Monday, the Southern Arizona Chess Association. So we got a lot of matches. At 3 p.m. today, we have Hampton Roads Chess Club of Virginia, a scholastic match. So a lot of matches going on for the Mechanics Institute. And I think this week we're going to get a little bit of a break. And by break, I mean we just run our regular online events that we do every evening. So, it's fun for us to have a place for our chess community here to go. It's fun because the players come to Mechanics to play online. We love it, and we love being there every day for them. And we're excited to have matches like this.
Yeah. And I'm just communicating with our players that we have a little bit more players currently, so those who are on the bottom will not get paired, and they can either join if they are age 18 or under, they are still in school. They can join our club match against Hampton Roads Chess Club. That will be at 3 p.m. And then anyone can join, obviously, at 9 p.m. tonight for our Saturday late night blitz.
The late night blitz, and if I'm still awake, I might play in that. But me playing in that is no threat to anyone. So
we are usually awake still, right? So
yeah, we're at least in the chat. We're at least in the chat, monitoring as we are for almost every event we do. So this will be exciting. We have some really strong players from our side representing. The top overall board is actually not James Tarjan. It's FIDE Master Balaji Daghupati. He's chess to the sun. And then we have James Tarjan. We have National Master Rui Yang Yan as GH 2018. And we have another National Master there. I see Abhinav Panagalapati, FIDE Master Karen Griffith, Woman Candidate Master Omia Vidyarthi is there. I see Alan Finkelstein, Michael Walder, National Masters there, and then a lot of the International Master Elliot Winslow. I see him in there. Javier Silva, Andrew Schley, our coach, Manas Paldi. So a lot of our Adam Mercado, Mansour, a lot of our mechanics regulars have shown up to represent. So thank you for showing up. Just give a little shout out to Cesar Tamandong and Erica Malikan, who showed up to represent. But
most likely they're not gonna get.
Yeah, they may not get a game just because of the number of players. So yeah, we're gonna start soon if we
very soon actually. I think we already started, so let me pull up the games arranged.
We'll start at the top, and just for viewers, so it looks like the top board for right now, black is Balaji Dagupati for mechanics, and he's playing FIDE Master Francesco Saracen. So he is the top board for Club 64.
And for our viewers, this is a very casual club match, so we just announced on both sides, and anyone could join who are a member of our club. So we don't know the user IDs, we don't know who's playing on the other side, we didn't do any matching, skill matching. And they are also having a lot of older player join from Italy who've never played at chess.com before, so we do get that 1000 rated player who are in principle 1000 rated, but they might be a little bit stronger, obviously.
Yeah, and so for viewers that haven't been following our matches, the players are paired according to their chess.com rapid rating, not their regular rating. So that's why someone may have a USCF rating that's a little stronger than where they're paired right now, but that's because it goes by the chess.com rating. So if you notice that, now you know that's what happened. Do you want to go to board 2?
Yes, look at, I still fixed a little bit so that the analysis is not showing. But hopefully everything is good, and board 2 is now on. White is Jim Tarjan from Mechanics.
Yeah, and he had an absolutely electrifying victory in our round robin against Daniel Naroditsky, which is in the newsletter that just got released. So those of you out there, please subscribe to the Mechanics Institute newsletter. It's a legendary newsletter. We have still been distributing it every week, but now it's filled with games from our online.
And I will copy paste the most recent edition that you just posted this morning, right?
That's right. And we got games from the round robin with Charlotte, Marshall, and St. Louis. So,
there you go. So anyone click on the link on the chat, and then hopefully you guys can see it.
And subscribe. So right here we have James Tarjan playing white against Olga Olgita 64, and actually she apparently is streaming her match too. She's a women grandmaster.
Yep.
So that should be interesting. I think we posted the link in our chat, so if you want to follow that, you can. If we want to do a quick check-in on our board 3,
yep.
We have one of our favorites, GH 2018. That's National Master Rui Yang Yan. She was the bronze medalist at I believe it was the World Cadet, the under 12 girls last year, and she is an absolute regular in our events. Plays extremely well. She's a lot of fun to watch, and she's actually quite a character in real life. She's famous at our club and everywhere else she plays, I think, for wearing her little pink hoodie, portraying the innocence when she's like one of the deadliest players to play. So don't let the pink hood fool you. She's coming after you, and she's just a pleasure to have. And apparently she was a commentator for, kind of the World Team Championship they just had with the kids. Rui is one of the commentators there, and I guess they were pretty impressed with her. So I like to think that she's kind of been building up her chops at mechanics with that. And for those of you that don't know us, that might be watching our stream, I'm the chess director, just the general manager. I'm just an 1800 player on my floor. So the expert commentary specific to games, you may not get that, but you'll get some passionate people that love chess talking about our players and our community, and that's what we're doing. So this is 2 games, a game 15 plus 10.
Yes.
And players play the same opponent twice. They play once as white and once as black. And then you add up all the scores at the end, and then who's got the most points wins.
Yeah. Let's jump to Kyron Griffith's game.
Yeah.
He's playing white against an seems like 1800 chess.com rated player.
And this might be a little bit deceptive because I think the players from Club 64 actually had to all get chess.com accounts because I think they're used to playing on live chess.
Yeah.
But I think they played some games to kind of get their ratings. Although it looks like at the top, the strong players, they may have already had chess.com rating just because they're stronger players. So it looks like everyone sort of got paired where they should, at least the ones at the top. But yeah, so FIDE Master Kyron Griffith is a mechanics regular, plays our online events regularly. Very, very tough player. So it's exciting for us to see him playing this event and kind of representing mechanics because, players like him and Rui that play regularly, they're sort of like really backbones of our chess community, so it's fun to have them out here playing.
Yeah, and we didn't even confirm with them. Like we just usually promote our events and they click and come. So it's very, very reassuring that it works.
Just click and come and show up.
Click and come. Guys, I'm gonna actually transition and include a little slideshow that I collected from the internet about this chess club in Modena. Modena is on the northern part of Italy, not in the mountains, but right around the level where Venice and Peso is in the middle of Italy. I actually included a map so that you guys can see it. I think it's coming up soon. So it's a green map, and it will show, and the Modena is right in the middle. Hopefully you guys can see it, or maybe I'll try to enlarge that. And it's a very beautiful little town. I had a chance to go through it, spent a few hours there when we were visiting Italy with my family. Italy is my second most favorite city, favorite country, or third actually. Let's say that. It's a lovely little city. Beautiful history and beautiful architecture, and I included a few pictures. They did this very fun tournament, a chocolate tournament. So they lined up the boards outside, they put a plastic cover on the boards, transparent plastic cover, and they had molded chocolate pieces, and the kids could play with that. I mean, isn't that fun? I want to go.
So you probably had the kids saying that they lost a piece when they did. Actually, they just ate it.
They just ate it. Probably they just ate it. So it seemed a little very fun. They had this early February. So I included a few pictures. You can see that it was like a long line in an alley, and it covered, like plastic covered, and a few touch-ups, close-ups on the pieces. But and they are on Facebook too. So go and find them. And so if you're ever in Italy, just find them and play some game with them.
Let me switch over to Harker Chess. Let's take a look at Harker Chess.
And I'm just realizing our names are switched.
Switched up. Hopefully people can figure that one out.
Hopefully. Let's see.
So Harker Chess is Omia Vidyarthi, a very strong 1900 player. she's a young girl player. What is she, like 10, 11?
Yeah,
like
let's
that?
see. I'm gonna look it up because you can look it up on FIDE.
Yeah, and it's funny because I mean, I've known her for several years, but she was part of the enrichment class at her school, which was Harker, and so she was in there. She's the strongest player in the class, and she's come a long way.
Yeah. So she's actually she's the top 21st top girls under 13. No, that can be okay. 4th top girls age 10. So she's
10,
probably
yeah,
10
so
or under.
That's crazy.
10,
she's as strong as she is. She's got a fantastic training partner, her older brother Guillaume, who's he's not that much older.
Yeah, she's 10. She's 2010 birth year on FIDE.
Yeah, 2000 what birth year?
2010. So then she's 10 years old.
Yeah,
right?
10. Oh, no. Guillaume is, her brother Guillaume is probably like
I'll check
14 or so.
Okay.
But, he's like 22, 50-ish around there. So chess is in the family.
Yeah, 13.
And, chess is in the family. So we thank them for coming out and representing mechanics.
Yeah, and he's the top age 13 player.
Yeah.
So he's pretty on top in the whole country. So it's not so bad, right? Being the top 20 both kids, right?
Yeah, we're kind of lucky in this community that there's a lot of Scholastic players that are like among the top Scholastic players in the country. So when we have our events, the open section is mostly kids actually, because they're the.
Frank James Marshall asking if the games have started yet, and he might not have been. No, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I believe
you are paired, and he just lost his first game. So I'm guessing
he's playing from his phone.
Yeah, I know it's very tough.
It's something you cannot do that we're learning, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It just makes it harder, and it's not just here. We've heard that from other organizers too.
Yeah, Charlotte had a lot of problems on Thursday too.
So on the top board, Balaji Dagopati has declined a draw offer from Francesco Saracen, so that game plays on.
Yep.
No results yet on the top in any of the top boards.
Yeah, I'm switching to top board. Yep. I'm just confirming that Clarence didn't move anything. Let's move to Mike Walder.
Yeah.
And then check out his game. He's playing black.
So Michael Walder is a national master, a regular at the Mechanics Institute. This is quite a sharp game here. I mean, White's got some pretty strong bishops. And Black look like they haven't developed the queenside pieces yet. But White looks like they're up a pawn. So they have something. The current match score is 5-3, Mechanics.
Yep.
And just for viewers to know, so how this match came about is, late last year in 2019, we actually had someone from Italy visit Mechanics. I guess they were in the area doing business, and they're in the business of they have their own electronic boards, and so they happen to stop on a Tuesday, which on Tuesday nights is our flagship weekly event, the Tuesday Night Marathon. One game in the evening at 6:30. It's FIDE rated. It happens every week. And they came on our broadcast because we do live commentary broadcasting of that event every Tuesday. And then we said we were looking to arrange matches with other clubs because we had been preparing at that time to play with Marshall online. and they said that they knew a club that might be interested. They would let them know that we were interested, and they did. And then they reached out right away, and it took a little while to really get it together, but we got it all together, and then now here we are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Juan had a fast game. He lost one, he won one, so.
So he's done with both games already?
He's done with both games, okay. Yes.
Well, thank you, Juan. Juan's a huge part of our club. He runs the DGT boards at the club when we have our events, and even when we organize the U.S. Amateur Team West. And he brought 20 DGT boards and did the broadcasting. It was just absolutely amazing and a workhorse. So he's a team member, very much appreciated at Mechanics.
Another regular is Mansour. He visited Tuesday night marathons. He participated in Tuesday night marathons often. So he's with White here. I know he's currently in India, but he's coming back soon, apparently. So he could join us too, which is perfect time for him. I think it's late night there.
And thank you to Modena for making this happen, because it's late night for them.
Well, it's perfect night for them. I think 9 p.m.
Probably, right?
9 p.m. It's after dinner. Right after dinner, they usually have late dinners.
9 p.m. after dinner.
Yeah, well, they usually the busiest. The restaurant's the busiest between 7 and 10.
Oh, is that right?
Like, they have.
I think I'm close to bed, like usually 9 o'clock.
Well, they are on on a more relaxed. They start later. They have official siestas, or most of them, like Spanish, right?
And Judith would know. She's from around that area, close.
Well, Hungary is a little bit different. We don't have siestas.
No siestas.
but in Italy and in Spain and Portugal, you actually have to have, because it's so warm, right? So.
And anyone that knows Judith knows that never takes a siesta.
Actually, it's very healthy. It's very healthy. So the banks close between noon and 2 or 1 and 3, I don't know, and they open up later. And then same with restaurants and everything. Or shops usually. So it's very fun. It's a very fun lifestyle, I think. Very healthy too, I think. I would say.
Relax and take it easy.
Well, yeah, and do the work whenever the weather is a little bit better, right? So, anyway, yeah.
Current score is 8.5, 3.5 Mechanics. And with the game 15, 10-second increment time control, we're probably getting to the middle game where big moves are going to happen.
Yeah, I switched to Manas's game, Manas Palthe. He's working at Twitch. He's our Twitch contact, and we thank Manas for his support and friendship, and he's always there if we ask any questions. So I'm very happy that he's representing Mechanics.
Yeah, he's like our advisor for Twitch. Actually, he was pretty helpful in kind of getting us started, and got us to the Twitch the headquarters, which is almost right across the street from the Mechanics Institute. And he was just a good guide and advisor to kind of help us get started. He helped us get started with Twitch a little bit too when we had the Mechanics Institute Rapid Championship last year, where we had with the Pro Chess League. We had Fabiano Caruana and 37 other masters. It was a fantastic event. And
well, it's not going to happen this year, that's for sure, right?
Well, we will have a Mechanics Institute Rapid Championship and Blitz Championship this year. I guarantee that will happen in some way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe online.
The Pro Chess League playoff, right?
Yeah, they've had it elsewhere this year, but we have good relations with them, and if it ever comes back to San Francisco, I'm sure they'll reach out.
Yep. So I'm trying to see because Jeff Anderson saying that the game never started, but he might have been one of the one who just didn't get matched because of the uneven number of players.
Yeah, and that's sort of an unusual, like players that haven't played a club match won't have experienced that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an unfortunate thing, and basically what happened is, one side had more players than the other. So if one side's got 5 more players, they just pair the ones where we compare, and all that's kind of out of our hands. So.
Yeah, so I'll try to answer his email a little bit later, but hopefully if he's watching, then Jeff, we are sorry. This is what happened. We had more players than the Italians, and some players didn't get matched, but I can get, so I'm sorry, Clarence. I think it's just not working from your device. He's also...
Yeah, you gotta play from at least a laptop.
Unfortunately. And we know it's not easy where you live. So we know it's just unfortunately, this is not that.
Don't know kind of what to do with that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this game with Balaji.
He's the chess to the sun.
Chess to the sun.
Sounds good. So he's up in time a little bit, right?
He's up in time, and I'm sort of I'm liking his position. I mean, his knight is it's just really, really well placed. He has 2. He's got his pawns kind of marching forward. He's got strength on the dark squares. He's got that bishop on c6, and coming down that diagonal. His pieces are pretty active. Let's see if he can kind of make a breakthrough. Earlier in the match, his opponent offered him a draw, and he declined it. So I'm guessing he sees something advantageous. Want to switch to board 2? We'll just kind of go down the line.
Yep. Board 2 is James Tarzan against Olga, Grandmaster Olga.
Just to me, looking at it, it looks like still a really tough game. Players are trying to find a way to break through. We can go to the next one.
I'm actually looking up Olga's YouTube channel and trying to, if you're okay with that, I'm gonna copy paste it here. So if anyone interested checking out her stream, it seems that she's streaming through YouTube, and just take a look at her. Okay, third one is Rui.
So Rui is black for mechanics. The thing about Rui's games is, however the position looks, even if she looks if she's at a disadvantage, she finds a way to make something happen, and she plays really well, really fast. So I always hate to analyze what I see, because it could change at the drop of a hat, especially in fast time controls where you don't have enough time to calculate everything out, and you get to a point where you're playing on instinct. And she seems like she has great instincts, because she's usually at the top of the leaderboard in our nightly tournaments.
Yeah, Manas is joking with us, so. But it is
that's the YouTube Twitch rivalry. That's like Mechanics Marshall.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Clarence Clarence is not getting games, and can't move, and unfortunately, I won't be able to do too much. This is what it is.
We just move on.
Yeah, that's life.
It's kind of a known issue. It's not the first time.
Yeah. So, okay, let's move on.
I believe, actually, just now as I'm looking this, that Rui has trapped the white rook of her opponent.
Yeah, it very much seems
so.
She
forked the queen and the rook. I think that was just a straight out blunder.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, So she's up material now. She's won the exchange in her game.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful she'll convert that. She'll win.
Okay, you know who's 1G4110?
No, it's a national master that just asked to join the club.
Okay.
So they're playing, but I'm actually don't know that player yet.
Well, hopefully it's not Italian and then playing for us against us,
like
right?
sabotage, like espionage.
Espionage, right? So, but
well, let's see. Now you got me curious. So I'm looking at this game, and
well, it seems like that even, right?
I mean, if they're trying to do espionage,
they're doing it well.
Well, yeah. I mean, I see.
No, actually,
no, I will give it that his opponent is an international master, so it's not like. But objectively speaking, the hard part in this game is that's a tough move right there.
Yep.
Oh well, no, because white. Oh yeah. See, now white can't take the queen because pawn takes queen. Sure, the bishop's on b6 and covers the square, but then the other pawn promotes on b3. So they took that point.
And let's move on to board 5, I guess. I think it's Abhinav, right?
Yeah, that's Abhinav Panagalapati, who's been playing a lot. And as I've said in broadcasts before, I've actually known him for several years because he was part of the club that I started.
Seconding espionage.
And it looks like he's down material, but his opponent's knight is not looking the best right now. So we'll see how this develops.
Yeah.
It's going to go to an end game.
Okay, Kyron Griffith's game, board 6. And guys, can you believe it? Kyron is only board 6. So
yeah, and that's a result of the
online rating plus
the online rating. Yeah.
Manas won his game, so congratulations, Manas. I know you're listening.
Kyron in real life is like a 24 or 40 USCF rated player. And this should be an interesting endgame. Kyron's got the bishop and knight. The pawns are even. I think this should be a draw. But I mean, I've been watching Kyron play out games in our nightly events that are drawn and finds a way to win. But let's see if he can do that here. And see if he can grind it out. But Kyron is definitely one that will play to try to find that advantage. He will not take just quick draws if it's not needed. Yeah. Can we check in on...
I have Omiya's game here.
Yeah.
This is her second game? Wow.
Yeah.
No, this is her first. How can it be the first game and she's up so much time? Is she moving this fast?
Well, the increment also. Like if they're moving fast, they're just adding 10 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds. I always... Okay, yeah. I don't know. Why do we do 10-second increment?
I don't know, actually. I was wondering that myself, but I figured, I'm sure we had a good reason.
I'm sure we had a good reason. Monster won his first game too. Okay, this 10-second increment might not be the best, right? Because it.
I think because we've done several of these matches, when we've had game in 15, for example, plus 2 second, what we've been experiencing is that the whole match ends relatively quick. So it'll be done in like an hour, a little over an hour. And although the match was exciting and interesting, it was just an hour, right? And I think we may have figured that if we did it with 10 seconds, it'll kind of put the match where it could be an hour and a half, 2 hours. It gives puts a nice show on. It's looking here.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, this is. Oh, what's going on?
This is quite lost for her, right? She can't do anything.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Let's. Yeah. Yeah. This should be lost for Omo.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to win the bishop there by promoting. Right, and then the king can't leave. Her king can't leave. So White's just going to go grab that pawn and then just promote the other. And that's it. Should just resign and save her energy for the next game. Although looking for the miracle stalemate, but it's not going to happen.
She did resign. Okay, moving on to Michael Walder's game. He's not only up in time, but
flight's a fancy. Yeah, he's definitely
up on material as well.
Yeah, his rooks look active. So he's got he's got extra piece. He's got a knight. And one of the things that we've been talking about in the broadcast lately, just because it's come up, the strength of a queen working together with a knight as opposed to working with a bishop. And I'm guessing this combination here, he'll be able to convert some advantage. I'm imagining, maybe queen h5 or something here, and kind of use the knight in combination with the queen to put a little bit of an attack on white. But Michael has the time, so I'm glad he's using it to try to find the best move.
Yeah. Let's peek back into Tarjan's game because I feel that's interesting in terms of how they manage time and pieces, and it looks like a very even position and very complicated one.
See, the thing that just for me that I'm kind of noticing is Olgita 64's knights are just very, very passive and defensive right now, right? Although she could activate them by moving one of them to e6. Tarjan's bishop is not the best right now at b2 because it doesn't have any scope because the pawns are kind of like locking it up. Wow, this is interesting. But Tarjan has that bishop on g4, but doesn't really have any squares. Let's see how this plays out. I mean, this could end up just being an end game that's just like really locked up.
Wow, did Mansour won both his games? Wow.
And here, like with the position so locked up right here, the knights can be dangerous. So let's see. I mean, I'm guessing this will end up as a draw, but
oops, sorry.
But we'll see.
Sorry.
I'm taking a look at Balaji's game. It looks like Balaji now
should be mating soon.
Let's see, like if he takes the I imagine he's going to take that. Takes the knight. Like, what's his next one?
Okay, the Mansour did won both of his game. It's just weird. The chess.com list didn't update soon. So thank you, Mansour. Go get some sleep and then join us at 9 p.m.
Yeah, go to sleep,
get some sleep and then join tomorrow morning for your time. And 9 p.m. is our time. It's our usual late night 5-round quick blitz game in 5 plus 2. It's actually a rapid rating, but we call it a blitz. I don't know why we call it a blitz actually. It should be rapid.
So this is tough because his opponent has rook and 3 pawns. Balaji has bishop and 5 pawns. But it's going to be difficult for Balaji to gain some kind of advantage.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at another game when I said made.
Oh, sorry. Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, is there a way to change the board orientation?
For to have to have Balaji on top.
Yeah.
Let me see. I believe
it's not super.
Yeah. But there you go. Is this good?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it on the Twitch to kind of.
Hopefully.
But yeah, perfect.
Yeah. I figured.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this game. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing this will probably be drawn, but yeah, we'll see. Tough games on the top. This was certainly a fight, but I mean, these are strong players, right? They're both FIDE masters, so. I'm checking in on board 2. How about Rui? Why don't we take a look at Rui?
Okay.
Rui looks like and thank you, Chess31217, giving us the advice on the mechanics of chess.com and how to flip board orientation. And this is all stuff we're sort of learning ourselves. So Rui's position, it looks like she's like very defensive, but she is up. She is up material. Looks like it's the exchange. So Rui's challenge is defending this because that bishop on B1, it's got like a huge diagonal there. So they're threatening mate right now. That the rook, Rui's rook on C7 is preventing that. Okay, and it looks like Rui successfully defended the attack. Rui is black in this. Rui's black in this game, so it looks like she defended the attack. So now she's up. It looks like she's up 1 point. She has the 2 rooks against the rook and 2 bishops, but she has more pawns. And she's ahead on time, so I have a lot of faith in Rui to make it happen.
Yeah, but the time, this is the problem. My problem with +10 increment is that time doesn't really matter because they move a few moves and plus they gain like 1 minute almost instantly, right?
Sure, like in the right position, you could just repeat twice.
Yeah.
And you've built up 20 seconds.
Yeah, and we've even with +2 we've seen that people were down on time in a few seconds and then they built up to a 20-30 second time again. So I say, well, that they actually deserve that because if they're good, but 10 seconds is just so much, right? Because
well, the funny thing is when for the players it's like they love it because
they don't have to.
As an organizer, it's like we're gonna be here forever.
Yeah, probably, right? So
yeah, and yes, organizers do think that way.
Yeah. So. Well, I told my family, okay, I'll be done around 1:15, 1:30. No way. Yeah.
Well, we had it at the club where we expect to be done at 6:30, and then it's like close to 8.
Yeah.
It's like the increment did this. So, should we switch around and kind of check in on? Let's see if
let's see a bottom board. Not bottom, but like Elliot drew his first game. So let's check on Elliot's second game.
Sure, and that's international master. Onya got a draw in her game,
and then Balaji got a draw too. Yeah.
So okay, so that's good.
Yeah,
points.
Shout out to Javier. He won both his games. So
fantastic. Javier Silva out of Sacramento, I believe.
Davis, actually.
Davis, yeah.
I think, but somewhere around that area, Sacramento Chess Club for sure.
He's a rising player. I believe he's close to 1900 already. He's coached by famous F-Pawn, Michael Agnew.
Yep.
And it's fun. It's fun to see him developing. It's fun for him.
Michael Waldner won his game, so congratulations.
Good for him.
And Juan, we already covered Juan. Yeah. The other player I want to peek into is Steven Swoboda.
Steven Swoboda.
He did have a little bit of problem joining our tournaments and everything, so I'm very happy to see him play today. So
he's black, and it looks like he's going to get the point for us here.
Yeah.
He's a very enthusiastic player. Plays out of one of the clubs, Colty Chess Club in Campbell.
And Colty does have their own chess.com tournaments and everything.
They got their own tournaments going, which is great to see. That's the club I started at back in 1984.
Yep.
Colty Chess Club. So.
Okay, so this is a pawn endgame. I should be able to win this, right?
This game is over.
After Paul's teaching me the pawn endgames, right?
That is it. Yeah, should resign.
So.
And the thing in this is like you should just resign because you have to play a second game.
Yeah.
Right. So why would you draw this out? Because you're just going to wear yourself out.
Yeah, exactly.
But current score is 22.5, 14.5. Mechanics Institute.
Back to Elliot's game a little bit until I find a few.
That looked crazy actually when I was looking at Elliot's there.
Yeah, and I have a couple of which is Glenn, right? Couple of which who's that player?
Oh, Glenn, I don't know if it's Glenn Kaplan.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Couple, yeah, Glenn Kaplan. Yeah. I wanted to say Glenn Panner because he's the organizer friend of me in Chicago, and but yeah, let's peek into his game. He's a very solid club player. He's always there at Tuesday Night Marathon.
Very passionate.
Very passionate about his games.
He knows that's a compliment.
Yeah. And that's the fun thing. I like these players. They respect us as the organizers, but they do know their rules and their rights. It's always good.
And it's a mutual respect because when they've been wronged or they think we're wrong, they have no problem at all letting us know. But they also know we're always trying to do our best for them. So
and then to be fair, right?
Yeah, so the respect is mutual.
With every player. Yeah.
That's fantastic, yeah.
Another solid player, although he lost both games, is Adam Mercado. This was his last game. So thanks, Adam, for playing. Thanks for giving your best try. We know it's hard, so don't worry about that.
No, I got to play him at the marathon one week, and he beat me. He is a solid 1700 strength, 1800 player.
Yeah, and another player who won both games is Andy Schley.
Coach Andy.
Coach Andy, we thought that you were busy with private students. So thanks for playing.
And if you're watching, Coach Andy, if you're free, we could use a commentator for the match. So.
I'm also, let's peek into Thomas Macer.
Yeah, is he playing?
Yeah, he's playing. He's white here. This is I think he's still his first game, so he must be...
is he Talanuf?
No, this is his second game. So he lost his first game, and this is his second game, yes. He's Talanuf. So,
all right, so Andrew Schley is in.
you see, I'm
good to know. Saturdays is off day.
Yeah, perfect. I'll send you, Andy. That would be perfect because we're probably going to have either Christina, or one of the coach from Hampton Roads on the Zoom. So it will be a really cool collaboration. And I know a few of your students will play too. So wonderful. Okay.
And just to be clear that Judith is wearing the Ferrari short the shirt, not
Yes.
in support of against mechanics, but
No.
she's a fan of racing. Actually, she's a race fan of
Yes, and we
Formula One.
miss Formula One very much. They canceled a few Grand Prix, and
But
we
they're
don't
like
know.
us actually, because they're doing online in simulators.
Yes, and it's very fun. So whoever is into Formula One or racing or NASCAR even, right? So just tune into every Sunday around morning or noonish. I think they do it on YouTube. They have really good players and really good simulators. So I actually had to think, okay, is this live or not? Because it's so real. And no, I actually never sat in a Formula One car. I went to the Formula One museum and I saw a lot of cars, but I never sat into one. I did race, but in smaller cars, so that's not nothing real speed. So anyway, that was for Manas.
Kyron Griffith won his game.
Oh, nice. And Rui lost her game.
Oh, she lost that.
Yeah, let's. We can peek into her final position if you guys want to. This was her final position, and I'm guessing she resigned. Yeah. And just FYI for you guys, so a lot of languages don't have his or her, he and she, like Hungarian. So it's for us, English as a second language, sometimes we mix them up. It's no disrespect for anyone, just comes out fast and I have to correct myself, so just so you know.
It looks like Rui may have dropped a rook somewhere because...
yeah, do you want to go back?
Yeah, just play back and just to see... because it didn't look like she was in a position where she had a rook in danger. Although with two bishops, something can happen.
This was pretty
from
even.
Here. Yeah, from here.
So they exchanged their queens.
That's too far ahead. Yeah, just keep going. And I'm guessing that keep going. The two bishops are dangerous because they can have a lot of scope, and there's a lot of bad things that can happen. There. And now this is getting like dangerous for the bishops are covering a ton of space right here.
Yeah.
Picked off the pawns there, and now white's winning.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the power of those bishops. They're just covering so much space.
Yeah, and this is where she
It's like a mate threat here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, right there. There it is.
Good fight, right?
Yeah.
I'm peeking into Jim Tarjan's game against Olga, Women Grandmaster Olga. Jim is up in material and up in time.
And this will be tough, but I wonder if he's going to be able to convert this.
And a little bit of Jim's style. I mean, over the last few weeks when we saw her, and Abhinav won his game too.
Yep.
When we saw him playing, correct me if I'm wrong, but I always seen him starting off very solid but slow, right?
Or slow.
So I mean, it's even position for a long time, and he's building up, and at a middle game he starts to complicate things and very solidly just build up the leading position, and then he wins. He converts most of the time, and he beat Daniel in our club match against Charlotte. one of the games. So
and it was a thrashing.
that
Like,
was
an all-out
amazing.
attack.
So go to the newsletter. I think Nick did annotate that game. So we are so thankful for GM Tarjan to represent mechanics.
And I want to just take this opportunity. I mean, I texted him yesterday. A special thank you and shout out to Grandmaster Nick DeFermian. He carried the newsletter this week. I mean, he annotated all the game that we sent from the round robin match and all the online games, and he wrote an article on what Magnus has been doing with this tournament. So as busy as we've been organizing like all these events and all that, Nick did a lot in getting the content and annotating the game. So thank you to him, and check out the newsletter. You'll see his commentary on a lot of games. And
he does annotate kids games too, because it's so fun.
That is an awesome thing. I mean, and we're talking about Scholastic, like new players, right? So kids are starting out rated like 500, 800, 1,000. He's annotating select games from our kids tournament. So that's a lot of fun. Current score 31.5 mechanics, 19.5 club 64.
Yeah. So most of the games are the second games going off.
Manas won his second game.
I will double check that, but I believe yes, that's true. Thank you, Manas. I'm guessing you have to go to work soon. Who's Yash Mongol?
He has been playing
Mongol Yash.
I don't know offhand. He's been playing regularly in our tournament though.
Yeah.
Like our nightly events.
And Rudolph Breed.
He's played at Mechanics. Yeah, he's played at Mechanics.
He's representing Mechanics. Second game with Bobby Jean and with White.
Yep.
Yeah. What?
No, Manas. Why making me work today as well?
Okay, don't work. If they don't make you work, we are certainly not. It's Saturday. I wish we'd.
And Tarjan's trying to find a way here.
Okay.
To convert.
Okay, so Manas, you're saying the voice and everything is okay now. The sound. Hopefully it's good. Okay, so Tarjan is white against Olga.
And he's trying to make progress, advancing. He's trying to keep the knight at bay, but.
And this is still their first game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's gonna be tough for Jim to make progress. But I have to believe there's got to be a way to get in there, because the one thing is those pawns can occupy the king enough for white to get the king to where black's pawns are and try to pick those off. Right? So now the king's got to divert to maybe d8. Actually, the king can probably stay there, but I'm guessing white's going to try to move up the king to like e4, maybe try to get to f5 and see if we can pick up those pawns. Yeah, e8, king e4, I'm imagining. And as long as that pawn can stay on the right square, Jim can use the bishop to defend. This is where Paul Whitehead would come in handy here. So Manas is saying e6.
Ava, can you check your messages, please?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
now the bishop would go to. That's tough. Did you put it at D7 and keep it at F4? But see now, can Black play G4 now? Oh, was there a check? So we'll stay on this game because we're getting towards the end.
It's very interesting. And then hopefully Andy Schley will join us soon, and you guys can put together two of your brains and
Coach Andy, yeah.
Coach Andy, because I sure am no help to you.
with both of us together.
So Andy, I sent you the link, and if you have time to join us, Manas, if you want to join us, I can send you the link as well.
Yeah,
why not?
Well, Manas streams his own stuff too,
well,
so
he's not streaming now, right?
No, he's just watching. Come join.
So I'm sending you guys the link. So join whenever, and I think it's letting you. Manas, I sent you the link right now. Okay. Depending on Google's. Not right now. Okay.
This is kind of a fascinating endgame because I'm not seeing.
Okay, Andy's here.
White able to make progress yet.
Fitting you in and then moving you in soon. There you go. Andy's here.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this game here, and White's having a hard time making some progress.
Yeah, I don't see White having a real path, especially with that knight being able to hop back in 4 through e6.
Oh, Manas is here too.
Like,
it's like now they're gonna try to divert the king.
Hi, Manas.
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Okay, can you guys introduce yourself to our viewers, whoever doesn't know you guys?
Hey. So we have Coach Andy Schley here.
Yeah, I help coach out the enrichment classes here at the Mechanics Institute. Club player, 1800 player, but aspiring to. I want to break 2,000 soon when we get rated chess back on. Still an adult improver.
I'm Manas. I work for Twitch and I play at Mechanics. About 2,000 rated right now. I've been trying to go up, but the rating is always going down. So,
but the kids keep you from going up.
Yeah.
What do you think? This has got to be drawn, right? I mean, it's.
Oh wow!
But they got the
king that the c-pawn was given up.
Okay, but now the king's circling around.
But now we got the wrong colored bishop, right? So like all the knight has to do is pick off that pawn, correct? Black's got to try to get their king to the h8.
Yeah, it looks like a draw.
Yeah, the next move, Black is simply going to play knight into h5, right? And what is White going to do?
Anything for White.
Knight into h5, right?
Knight times h5. Anything taking h5 and then king times e5, it's a draw.
All right, that was a hard-fought draw right there, and now they get to do it again right away. No rest.
I actually thought that White was going to win that one.
Yeah, it was, and maybe I'll ask Nick to kind of review.
I think at least when I jumped in, the pawns were too far apart. They weren't connected. They couldn't really help each other.
Yeah.
That looked pretty drawish, especially with the knight having the nice e6 to f5 or f4 maneuver, just back and forth. Could really match any tempo that the bishop gave.
And we have current score 33-21 Mechanics.
We can peek into Rui's middle game, I guess. This is her second game. She's with White, representing Mechanics.
Hey, so Manas, how is Twitch? Are you seeing the level of activity grow, I'm sure, in the last month?
Yeah, more people are watching, more people are streaming. A lot of new chess players are streaming, so I'm very happy about that.
Everyone is trying to figure out, right, how to do it.
Yes. So
As we are, right? It's like it's
a grandmaster from India. He's like India's number 2 or number 3 with it.
Yeah.
Gati. And he's like top 25 in the world. He has started swimming, so I'm excited about his streams.
He's coming to you guys, say, hey, how do I do this?
yeah. So I actually had some conversations with him. So
Nice.
very cool.
So we got Rui here as white, trying to get back the point that was lost in the last round.
Yeah.
Some tough position right here. Want to switch
Tough
games?
position, opposite color bishops, down a pawn. See?
Let's go to chess to the sun. Let's
Okay.
see Balaji's game.
Balaji's. I don't have that up actually. Sounds good. Here you go. So chess to the sun is Balaji, representing mechanics with white, against a FIDE master from Italy.
Yeah, Francesco Saracen. Looks like he's up 2 pawns. He's up those 2 doubled pawns on the B. But I mean, white's pieces are definitely the much more active.
yeah, I mean, white kind of has a threat of queen e8, right? Actually, never mind. The bishop.
Well, not queen e8 right away, but I think
Yeah.
you need to throw in knight d5 first. Knight d5, have that ready. Then you can maybe go queen e8 and drop the check with e7 later in the game. I know their bishop's going to get active, so it's going to be tough to do that, but it'd always be nice to have one more move.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't play like queen e7 and then queen rook d7. The bishop will mistake.
Can we flip to the Bobby Jean?
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
Looks
So
like
Bobby
Bobby
Jean
Jean.
is. I think it's
Rudolph Bree.
Rudolph. Yeah. And he's with white, so we are rooting for white.
Definitely launching everything. I think
wow.
this should be
There
over.
has to be a meeting that. Okay, so
Oh, but like black also has to beat in one thread. So
Now it's over. Yeah. So congratulations to
sometimes
Rudolph.
b7, sometimes b7, queen times c6,
Nice.
king d8,
yeah,
queen times or queen d7. It's gonna be knight. Yeah.
I don't know why black played rook into d7. I thought something like queen c8.
Elliot drew again, so that's good.
She draws.
We are looking at. We'll be looking at Kyron's game. Kyron is with black here. This is his
Yeah, he won
second
his
game.
First game, he
won-
grinded that one out. in
Yep.
The first one.
Queen to queen. I imagine black has to trade off the bishop here on e3. This bishop on e3 for white is just is too long.
Yeah.
There's something bishop times e3, knight times e3, knight times e2, king times e2.
Or maybe start with knight takes e2 maybe?
We're trading off pieces, and white's up material.
Actually, on second thoughts, I think bishop takes e3, knight takes e3, and if black can manage to keep that knight on d4, it's a very strong knight.
Right. Like if black can play e5, and then keep that knight planted there.
Yeah.
What about something like bishop times e3, knight times e3, knight times e2, knight time, oh well, it'd have to be king times e2, and then something like f5.
Glenn was in his second game, so congrats,
Trying
Glenn.
to undermine this white pawn chain to make our bishop better.
White could just go back knight d4, right?
Knight d4. I mean, then you have e6 at any point.
So
Yeah,
Black
you have e6.
is game on the top board.
So, I mean, there are some ideas for Black. It might be a little ambitious, but
Balaji drew his second game as well. So,
did we have a total for the number of players from Italy?
well, I'll see. So, total in progress, we have 67 players. Well, that can't be, right?
We could have 67 players. I knew some.
No.
I know some of
It
them-
lists the total players. So I don't know. Let me see how many players we had, but it shouldn't be. It should be an even number, right?
Yeah. maybe two
So I
maybe.
don't know how that happens, but we have 10 more games going on. So I'll tell you
Okay.
the total soon, so we can calculate the number of points.
Well, if
And
there's
people
10 more
leave after the
games,
games are over.
we win.
What's that?
If there's
People
only 10
can
more
leave the-
games, we win.
Is it better? Is it better? Hopefully. Is it better? Yeah. Anyway, yes.
I think Andy was saying that we have already won because there are only 10 games.
Oh yeah.
Abel, it looks like you're in a deep thought about this game.
No, I was counting players actually to see how many.
I
each
think
side.
it was 34 each side,
34.
and so
yeah.
68 is the total matches, right? So 34 wins the match, right? Or 34 and a half.
34 and a
right?
half,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I just feel like if Black is able to trade the knights, White's knights, maybe for a knight and a bishop or for both knights, like Black has a control of the d5, Black's minor piece is better, maybe just plant it on like c5 and what is White going to do?
Yeah, and Manas, I think you're right. Looking more at this knight on d4 that we want to keep it, especially we don't want to trade it for this kind of really bad bishop currently.
Yeah, unless like there is some tactic that can maybe a pawn or two.
Yeah, but he did play e6. He did kick him off of d5. I do think f5's coming, and I think when f5 comes, maybe then you trade off for this bishop because you're really trying to make your bishop as strong as it can be, attacking the long diagonal.
f5 right away or maybe just double up on the d5 first?
So, yeah, there's no rush either in a position like this.
Can we do a check-in on Tarjan's game?
Yep, absolutely. There you go. Tarjan is with Black now.
So you can make sense out of this one.
And I'm chatting with Elliot on the tournament chat because there was a Jeremy Dillon for Italy, so they are pointing out that's funny, but you never know.
Is possible. Is possible.
Yeah.
And thank you to our mechanics club members for coming out and representing mechanics. And we're getting new members to the community all the time, and it's good to see people we know. We just accepted Prescott Yu, who's played in mechanics. So
And
we look for-
Robert Smith just played, and he won both of his games. So congratulations, Robert.
Have we heard much from a former mechanics director, John Donaldson? He was just appointed the U.S. captain for the Nations Online Cup.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
congratulations to him! Yeah.
Nice. He was our first guest on the social hour on Fridays.
Last Friday.
But it wasn't news then. So wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
And it was funny because we were talking about online chess. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and yesterday they made the announcement yesterday, and Ralph came online and we talked, and I didn't see the news yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we went offline, and I saw the news on chess.com. They announced the nations and everything. Oh my! So it is fun. That's very fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, if he hadn't mentioned it yesterday on the social hour, I wouldn't have thought about it really either. Then I saw it on Fide's Instagram, so.
yeah, I mean, we were talking. I mean, he was saying he's busier now more than ever.
And I think that's true for a lot of coaches right now. Being able to teach online, you don't have to drive back and forth. I know, Abel, you've done the grind of coaching private lessons in schools and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where you'll drive half an hour in between places, or have a dead 15 minutes where you just gotta sit in your car.
At one point, I was coaching 12 sites a week, and then doing privates in the evening. It was a grind.
Yeah.
As a coach, what do you think is better for the student, like an online lesson or in person?
I think it depends on the player. I think specifically for kids, and if you want to build their confidence, if they're not one of the top 100 in their age group, I think you really want to build that connection and show them your love of chess, which I think you can really only do in person. At least me personally. But I do think there are some perks to being able to teach online. I don't have the ability to memorize hundreds of games and just have them at my fingertips, but I mean, being able to coach from home, I can use ChessBase and I can pull up 10 different games and try to go through them an hour and a half to show out key things and different parts of games, which I couldn't do in a normal lesson. So there are perks and there are not so many perks, so to be able to coach online. Another friend, I know Judith and I, Sabina Foiser and Elshan Barati Abadi, they had a fundraiser yesterday, making donating money to
the Iranian
healthcare.
Yeah.
So.
And they had a really good fundraiser, really successful. So congratulations to them.
They raised over $2,000, I think, for.
I can't remember, but they're residing in North Carolina, I think now. And so Jim and Olga drew their second game too. So thank you, Jim, for joining us. If you're listening,
thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing. We have 7 games still going. Ruiz is the top board that's still going.
Yeah, this last move kind of confused me.
Who?
She went like knight d4. I was actually expecting something like king d4, and when takes back to the king, and then plays the knight on d4 to put pressure on the pawn on e6. But she's definitely a better player, so I'll find out.
Have you found out firsthand that? Have you played her?
No, I haven't played her firsthand. But like, I've seen her games, and I definitely.
Oh no, yeah, she's
way better.
She's a beast for sure. What about? Can we take a look at King 29?
Yes, that was about to change to that. So Abhinav is playing white here, and he won his first game with black. So that must be a good way to go into the second game.
So who is queening?
Abhinav Panagalapati. He lives in the South Bay. I've known him for like 8 years. He's about 2,000, a little over 2,000.
Okay.
Stephen won his second game as well, so congratulations, Stephen. Thanks for joining us. It was wonderful to see you play. He booked the solid 2-0 for us. So 6 more games going on. Michael Walder, Yash Mango. We have a Gregory Sam A. I don't know who he is.
Our player is
the other one, yeah.
Ligonin Jago for.
Yeah. and then Chiron, Abhinav, and Rui. These are the 6 more game left.
I can at least an exchange here, but it is probably something by Terry.
So did what looks like the obvious move, but then how do we follow this?
Hurt this, yeah.
Do we go Queen F6 now? Or?
F7.
Maybe on Queen takes G5. I don't like Queen takes G5.
No, but I think that's what they're gonna do. I thought playing Knight F6, just going up the exchange.
Yeah.
It's better here. We don't have enough. White doesn't have enough pieces developed really to finish this game. So here, I think you almost just have to take G5.
What about like Knight G3?
But can't you go Queen F6? Oh,
Queen
then
F6 king goes back to F8. Right?
F8, it'd go back F8 because it would not go to D7 because. Yeah.
How about this? Queen F6. I don't know. They're just gonna go run back to F7. That's what it rolls up into.
Oh, actually, that's a good one.
Yeah, well, Rook F8.
Rook F8 and then Queen F6.
Queen F7, and then King goes to E8. Keep up.
Then you have Knight check.
Offering the Queen trades.
Then you have Knight G7 check.
So Legonin Jago 4 won his game as well.
7, yeah. And
Oh, but what happens if King D7?
King D7.
Yeah, after Queen F6, King D7 because you can't take the bishop.
Yeah, and before the bishop moved to D5, there were ideas of using the rook to take
Yeah.
D4, but those are gone, I think. Unless you do it now and want to bring the F rook into E1, bring another attacker.
And Abhi's really trying to solve this puzzle here.
Yeah,
I
actually,
think
I
maybe-
mean, there is no hurry, right? Like Rook F1, you are threatening to take the bishop.
Yeah.
Like, Black
Well-
can't even play Rook G8 because you lose the bishop.
Well, if you take rook times D4 now, E times D4, rook E1, you lose the bishop on F7.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So if rook times D4, E times D4, rook E1, you lose this bishop on F7.
Yes, yeah.
So, but do it with the more solid move, rook after E1 right away.
Okay, and I'm actually chatting with Legonin Jago 4. I told him we don't know you, we can name drop you, that you won both of your games and can thank you. And he's Anish from Texas, so he knows a lot of players from mechanics and friends with them, so that's why he plays for us. So thank you, Anish. We really appreciate your contribution to this club match.
Appreciate the points for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Every point counts.
But he's joined the club previously, and I think he's played some of the events.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he played when we played Marshall in the similar format.
Ooh, okay.
Wow, what a
So people are asking if we have other club matches lined up. So today we are playing a Scholastic club match with Hampton Road Scholastic team. Anyone who's still in school, not college, but like elementary or junior or high school, and under 2000 rated can join that club match. It's going through our Scholastic club on chess.com, so you make sure you're part of the Scholastic club, and it's at 3 p.m. We start at 3 p.m. So we.
Monosable and Judith, can we go back one minute?
Yeah. Instead of like Queen G5, I think Rook takes
Rook
D4
times
was winning.
E5, yeah?
Oh, I was thinking Rook takes D4, Queen takes
Is this,
D4, Rook takes E5, and then a discovered check and you win the Queen.
Okay.
And is this good?
I was looking at, if we go one more move back
Yeah.
each side. There you go.
So the two rooks.
So Manas, you saw rook times d4. Do you want to go through that line?
Yeah, rook takes d4, queen takes d4. Actually, sorry, Judith, we are fine one more after this.
Okay. Here, where the
So-
king was a check.
Rook when the rook is on f1, and then king is still on e7 before queen takes g5. So forward a little bit. When the white rook goes f to e1, and then king is on e7, right before queen times g5.
Oh, okay. Here. Thank you. Rook f to e1.
Oh, when white played rook f2.
Yeah. It's going there.
Yep, it's
I
going.
found-
It's
I
just
found
a
it.
delay.
Yeah.
So
And Michael Walder won his game, so.
and then my apologies, and then also queen to b6.
Okay. Queen to b6, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I moved that. I mean, moved it forward.
So
So here I was thinking rook takes d4, queen takes d4, rook takes
b5.
e5, and let's say wherever the king goes, I will throw in a check.
You sacrifice the rook for check to win the queen on.
Yes, you'll
Yes,
probably
on
take my
d4.
bishop, knight though. So I have a queen for 2 rooks.
Yeah.
But your king is in the center.
So what I was looking at was rook times e5, bishop times e5, queen times e5, and then where are they going to go? If they bring their queen to e6, we've got to check on c7, and we can bring the rook back to e1 for check.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
So we separate the king from the queen outright. We don't lose too much material. And really if they want to block with the bishop on e6, I think we can just still bring the rook over to e1, and we're still gonna have material there.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Then our knight on h5 also isn't hanging around anymore.
Yeah.
So,
What ended up happening was queen takes c5 and then
Yep.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't think queen g5 is the most accurate move.
Yeah, so queen takes g5, and then king went to d6, queen f6. Let me know when you guys caught up with that. I mean, the screen, right?
yeah.
And then the king up to d7, check again with queen f5 again, and then took the bishop. And then rook came out, and I think that's where rook to e8, and then that's where we are, and she just checked again.
White also has to be careful about their time.
Yeah, but
And now even the f2 pawn in some cases.
That's tough because now you can just go rook e6. Yeah. Oh no, you can't go rook e6.
No, you can't go. Queen takes e6. So.
But king c7 and what's the problem?
King c7, queen times b6. Here, I think you can just trade off. You're up a
Yeah.
piece. You're up a whole rook. Just go into an endgame.
Sorry, king c7, queen takes.
Queen takes
bishop
b6. Bishop takes, and then bishop times e8.
And
You can even throw bishop times e8 right now.
And knight, yeah. White is a piece up right now. So
Yeah. So even though they have 2 minutes, it's
Yeah.
not a problem.
yeah.
They also have doubled b pawns. They're just getting small weaknesses.
Oh yeah. This
Yeah.
is this
This-
playing it safe here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
That's an easy win for
that's all
them.
went over. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2 pieces.
Yeah. So instead of having the 2 minor pieces, you could have had the rook. She could have been up just the rook, but
Check out Rui's game.
okay.
That got complex.
There you go. So Rui again here is with white.
So she's trying to hold this
Hold
draw.
draw. Yeah.
Is there any rule here in terms of how far? Because the pawn's not that far advanced, but now it's advancing. So I'm trying to keep it from advancing.
Yeah, it's advancing, and you need to get your king in front of it, so you need to try to get opposition. But queen's on the board. This is gonna be tough.
If like white's king was on e1 or e2, then a queen trade would probably be a draw. But the king is also.
Abhinav did win the game just now, so good job,
Yeah.
Abhinav.
So here, though, I don't think you want your king and queen that close to each other. As you want,
Just for the ability to be able to trade it through a check or something.
yeah, through any sort of threat, a pin, a fork, anything. But if they're on opposite colors and they're far away from each other, it's usually better. That makes the king a little more immobile. If it gets checked a bunch, that's fine. Just wants to stay near the pawn. But it's tough to play these positions too when you're down on time, like black is. With the 10-second increment, it's not that important, but you know, it's always frustrating playing games that you know you should win. You don't have time to think it out. So
Yeah.
I think one time I was in a position where a rook endgame was so drawn, but both my opponent and I were in time trouble, and eventually my opponent blundered, so I managed to win. But even if you win that way, it doesn't feel like a good win. It feels like you cheated in some way.
I think black is struggling to figure out what's the best way.
yeah, but here shouldn't just king f4 be an automatic almost move here?
Yeah, there are no
king right
checks
off the
up.
board. Oh no! Sorry, king f4 is a huge blunder.
Because
Because
king
then king
C1.
c1 or queen c1.
Yeah.
You have to watch out.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this almost just reset the position because queen's going to go back to c5 and they're going to try to play for repetition.
Or maybe even queen f8, just trying to keep checking perpetually.
Sorry guys, I was foolish enough to open up another game, another tab, and it logged me out. So now we back here. Sorry. That's life.
Oh yeah.
Can you guys see it now?
Mhm.
Okay.
We're
The
seeing
score
this.
shows 0-0, by the way.
Yeah.
This one.
The score shows 0-0.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is try to get the link for the Hampton, and I thought that if I open up in a different window, I'm not gonna take it away from the streaming, but it logged me out. Or took me out from the live chess, kicked me out because I logged in. Chess.com, I have to say, they have a pretty good detection method of where you're logging in and how often.
Can we check in on Kyron's game?
Yes.
Actually, sorry, is this a draw if queen trade happens? Queen trade? King
If the
trade?
queen trade happens, it's a draw
King's
because we get
C4.
opposition by the king moving to c4 after the queen trade.
C4.
Yeah, it shows.
Because you get the diagonal opposition if you take.
Yes.
That's the result we want in the position like this for white. So I don't know why you wouldn't just take, unless she's trying to offer a threefold repetition here to make it a little more safe because she thinks she can go back.
Actually, in that case, so if queen takes, king takes,
Yep.
king c4, king goes to f4, king goes to d3 to get the diagonal position, and black
Yep.
plays king f4. And how are you going to draw?
King goes f4. King goes d2.
King goes d2.
Oh, you're right.
Let's switch over to the Chiron game because it's getting towards the
I think
end.
you're right, Manos. Because then the white king would go to f3. I
Yeah.
would try to go to d1, and then you would get f2.
F2
I'd go
and
back to
then
d2, and you would just play d4 and
Yeah.
or sorry e4 and. It's just
Let's take a
win.
look at this game so we spend some time on this one as well. So Chiron Griffith for mechanics at black.
Aaron's playing his black.
Yeah, f2, right? Like king h8 doesn't work because knight g3 check was a checkmate. It was a double check.
So, wow, this is. And they got to figure this one out with 20 seconds left.
I think Aaron will win this one.
Yeah, especially with 10
Yeah.
second increment. I mean, they
But
are
as a
so
player,
used.
I like it. I know as an organizer, I hate it because I've done both. But as a player, you love it. You love to
Yeah.
have it.
Didn't you TD a tournament for us and you texted me there was one game where it lasted long and you were stuck there for another hour
Yeah.
or
Oh,
longer?
Why did
Oh,
black
yes.
take g4 here, by the way? Like, why did black play rook a5 and not just...
I think it's for this. I think it's for trying to get rook a2, pinning the piece. Check.
Yash Mago won his game too, so we have officially 2 games left.
Yes.
Karen's and Ruse.
Because maybe now the black king wants to clean up the pawn on e6. Hmm. So here do you just play rook b2? Because that pawn's going to push regardless. But it's on a dark square, so
Oh,
we
the
got-
thing is, even if you play rook b2, I just go queen. And after you take, I go rook, knight d7
Well,
check.
no. So if I played rook b4 and just gave up the bishop, I'm going to take the pawn on b6. If you take my knight, or if your knight takes my bishop, I'm going to take the pawn on b6 and just kind of play for a draw here.
I won't take your bishop, right? I'll queen.
Take the bishop right now.
Sorry. Okay, you're talking about this position. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, before I was talking about instead of moving the bishop up to d5, just playing rook b2 right away. Knight takes on b7, and then the rook takes on b6.
So if you play rook b2 in that line, what happens with white queens?
How is white going to queen?
Was that white pawn on b7?
The white pawn was on b6. And
Oh, okay,
our
okay.
bishop was on b7. The bishop moved to d5, and then they pushed the pawn anyway, making you give up the bishop or the pawn. Otherwise, it was going to queen.
Okay.
So you could instead of wasting the tempo on bishop d5, you just play rook b2 right away. Give up the bishop, take on b6, and then really your only problem still is just the h and g pawn. So,
This is tough now.
Want to take a look at Ruiz.
Okay, so we're pulling up Rui's game. Ruiz with white here.
Big one.
Right? Did it switch for you guys?
yeah,
Good.
I really like black's queen here on f4. It's
Also the king, like there are no good checks for white.
yeah, and even you can't even use a ton of ideas like even work our queen to a3 with your queen on f4. Because you're just gonna play king g4. Queen's pinning the pawn.
Something like queen d2.
Well, you Yeah, because you're just creating separation now, right?
Or maybe on queen d6.
I think I like queen d2 better because you're taking a little more space. I know it's connected to the king, but it's not.
Yeah, with queen d2, king e5, black will again have to go back and defend the pawn.
Oh, you don't have to. What about queen to c3 then? If you play king e5.
Actually, I think c3. Yeah.
So here, I think the queen's going to go to d3 now. So it didn't really matter if they played d2 or e6 if their plan was to get to d3. If their plan was e3 or d2. d3 was coming either way.
I guess something like king f2 should be fine now.
What about even like king e3 right now? So you have the possibility of playing queen to d4 next turn. Trying to make this king get closer and closer to the queen. And still on e3, there's no good checks.
Just keeping everyone posted. In the other game, Kyron is holding so far, still fighting. So his opponent has not made any progress.
You can't trade here. It takes king takes. So I think this king's going to end up on e3 anyway. Now king e2. Okay.
Yeah, now there are no checks, so can push the pawn next move, I guess.
Wow.
Were you watching the other game, Julie?
No, I'm still watching Rui's game,
Okay.
and it's like so interesting.
I don't know if white has too many chances left. Check, queen f2.
Queen f2 or king d1?
Well, I think queen f2 creates this little discovered attack also. But there may not be a bad move here for black.
I think Kyron just found a draw in the other game. If we can switch to that really
into
quick,
that. Yep.
he's going to take this knight, I believe.
You pick up the knight and try to squeak off the G and H ones.
Yeah. Well, if he takes the knight, it doesn't matter, right? Because he's got his king. He just marched up to H8.
Yep, and draw by agreement. So.
Yeah, because this position can't be won by white. It's kind of like a known textbook draw. So good job by Kyron figuring that one out. So we're down.
And it's
to this
actually
last
very
game.
nice to see that, players admit that right away, right?
Yes.
They don't waste each other's time.
Don't worry, if that was a Scholastic game and with the 10-second increment, that game would be going on for
Yeah, I
half
know.
hour,
That's what I'm saying. That there's a good thing with having quality players, right?
Hey, sometimes quality players still don't recognize that. I played the amateur team in Chicago 2 years ago now, and a 2000 player wouldn't just accept a draw in opposite color locked pawns endgame.
Yeah.
But there was this I am not a GM Speed Championship going on.
Yeah.
Yep, on chess.com.
On chess.com. And
Kostya is
was
playing.
playing against a WGM, I don't remember whom. and he was in a completely lost position. And because it's speed chess, she basically took his queen, and he did not take it back. He went to like some at 8 square, and she had pre-moved upon push because she assumed he would take back, and that went to a stalemate.
Yep.
So,
We resigned.
Diamonds 96 took that game. That was Mattia Simonini for
Nice.
Club 64. And we've reached the end. Mechanics 43, Club 64 25. So Mechanics takes the match, but we want to thank Club 64 for coming out and having their players join up and playing this match. And like I said for the beginning, and you players, you tell me it's fun for players to play opponents that they've never played before.
Oh, it's always fun.
yeah, it's fun. So
Yeah,
thanks for
And
organizing.
I think Mansour said this earlier, but this time is really perfect.
Yeah.
So Sunday
opportunity
lunchtime.
to-
Okay, makes you hungry enough for lunch, right?
I'm used to now coaching through the afternoon. There's no lunchtime. I just get back at something as I'm in between classes and things like that.
On the road to the next class, you're eating. That's the,
Yeah.
Well, I do suggest everyone, let's take a lunch break now, and then let's tune back at a little bit before 3 p.m. We're going to go on live again with Hampton Roads Scholastic Chess Team taking on Mechanics Team. Or actually, we are taking on them. And they are from Virginia. They were the Chess Club of the Year in 2017 and is founded and led by Christina Schwartz. So we are very excited. It will be a very strong Scholastic team. So all our strong Scholastic players just come out and hopefully help us trying to win this game because it's going to be a tough
and
one.
they're fresh off a state championship, aren't they?
Yes,
They
they have. I think they had. Did they have the state championship or was it
Yeah,
postponed?
because it was the week really before the shutdown. Because
Yeah,
I think theirs
so-
was the second weekend of March, so it was like March 8th through 10th.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
So they
So
were
before-
lucky. Yeah.
Before we sign off, I just want to give a special shout out to Club 64 and Adriano, Damiano, Francesco, Mattia, and Ricardo. They've been communicating with Judith and I via email, getting everything organized and coordinated, and we just want to thank them for putting their team together and getting them to show up and helping make this happen. And to all the players at Club 64, it was an honor and a pleasure for us to kind of do this on a Saturday, and maybe this will be the first of many more down the road.
Thank you to both of you, Abel and Jude.
Yeah, and thanks for
organizing
joining
this.
on such a
Yeah.
ad hoc basis. It was really cool, and Andy too.
Yeah, no, thanks for joining in. Both of them are mechanics, and they played and represented today, and then came on the broadcast after. So thanks for helping us fill some gaps that we had here for the commentary. And
yeah, hopefully between two 1800s and Modest, we got some good.
we had it all
analysis.
equal 2400 or something.
Yeah, not to diminish Judith's prowess on the chessboard at all.
Actually, she's deceptive. She plays well when she wants
She
to.
plays some of the extra rated games at the club, and it's some good chess.
Very funny. I'm trying to see who should we rate. Manas, do you have any suggestion who should we rate?
Ooh,
Because
that's a good question.
I think I'm gonna rate Vampire
Jennifer,
Chicken.
you? Jennifer, you?
Is Jennifer you
on?
online? Oh yeah. Let's rate Jennifer.
And
Yeah.
before you do that,
Well, I need a little bit of time.
Thank
so.
you so much, Judith, for all your hard work in this.
Okay, so Jennifer, you. Okay, so I typed in, so we will be able to rate her in a few seconds whenever we say goodbye. So.
Well, from the Mechanics Institute, thank you for joining, and follow our next match at 3 p.m. Where we see the kids.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thanks,
and
Andy. Thanks,
see you
Manas.
guys
Thanks,
soon.
Judith.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. I'm rating now and then stop streaming.